How's it going, everyone? College Lefty, and in this video I have for you guys the 95 overall signature series Brian McCann at catcher debut. I also picked up Wade Boggs recently. I sold him during the stub sale and then I picked him back up towards the end of the stub sale. I really want to use him. I feel like he's going to be a very good hitter for me, even though I don't have the best average with him so far. But anyway, Tony Gwynn is starting this game off. This opponent has David Price on the mound, which is a budget pitcher. I don't really see David Price all that much, but he isn't really going for that much stubs. He is fairly cheap and was part of a program early on. We're going for about 5,000-6,000 subs. Definitely a decent lefty, but I don't know if he has the per nines for Hall of Fame difficulty, which is what this game is played on. There, Roberto Alomar's knocking a base hit to start the game off, but I'm using Madison Bumgarner, who's been a very good pitcher for me. I started off slow with him, and he's been very effective for me as of late. I tried to get used to using him, and it did take me a little bit to get used to his meter there. I got a big strikeout there facing Frank Thomas. Now I have my Frank Thomas up at the plate, and he is hitting against a lefty, so I'm going to go ahead and power swing. I hit that one through the four-hole there, but he almost gets thrown out at first. He had Matt Kemp in right field, I believe, and he almost gets thrown out there. But now we have Brian McCann up, making his debut at bat, and he's going to go ahead and hit a no-doubter. I've been really wanting to try this card out, and I'm surprised that I waited this long to try him out. He's definitely a solid catcher. There was a lefty-lefty homer first at bat and a no-doubter, which means that that card's usually going to perform well for me if I do well with them early on. Ichiro is knocking a base hit as well, gets by Griffey out there in center field. Well, he knocked it down, but he wasn't able to make the play. Now we have the gold version of Pablo Sanchez up, which is a shortstop creative player. I've been trying to get the diamond creative player for him. I need just innings, and I will go ahead and have the diamond creative player, but the gold one right there is hitting one out for a home run. That was a no-doubter animation. Raul Mondesi's right-handed swing, no-doubter. But now we have Mad Bum up, and he's going to send one into the gap. Hit that one extremely hard, 105 exit velocity, and he's been a very good hitter for me. I've hit like 5 home runs with Mad Bum in ranked seasons, all of them in ranked seasons, and he's hit 2 in one game for me. There he was ripping a double. I wasn't able to score him, but definitely turned the lineup over. And now here in the next inning, I got a ground ball to shortstop, and pretty much any ground ball to short is the play is going to be made with a diamond fielder, and that's why I think the creative player is one of the best players to put there. If you don't have Cal Ripken yet, or if you're willing to get Cal Ripken with your program, I personally think Billy Wagner is the better choice there. But if you wanted to buy Cal Ripken with some stubs off the market, that's definitely a great option. But I think the creative player is a little bit better. But I hung a cutter over the middle of the plate. It just didn't break on the outside corner like I would have liked to. The opponent swung early with Ken Griffey Jr., hit it out into the right field bullpen there for a no-doubt home run. Definitely a great swing. And then he's also going to turn his lineup over with David Price ripping a single. If he had a little bit more speed, that probably would have been a double. He would have been thrown out with 4 speed and Tony Gwynn getting that ball in rather quickly. But now I do have the top of the lineup. I mean, he drew a walk there with Matt Kemp. And now he has Frank Thomas up. I got him to pop up to Ricky Henderson. Ricky Henderson was held off the board so far in this game, but at least he is out in left field making a lot of plays. Surprising because I do really well with Ricky Henderson against lefties. We're facing David Price in this one, but it seemed like I was hitting a little bit better lefty-lefty. Ichiro is ripping a base hit, infield base hit to shortstop. His creative player is unable to make the play. And now we have Pablo Sanchez up again, and I thought he got another one. I thought I hit that one at least off the wall. Ricky Henderson is in left field for him, and he tracks that one down, and he actually doubles me up here because I thought it was getting down. I was pressing L1, trying to advance Ichiro. I was trying to be aggressive, but I do have 2 outs in the inning now, and I have Madison Bumgarner up, so I'm looking to once again turn the lineup over. He throws a first pitch curveball low in the zone, and I'm looking to do some damage with Bumgarner. I mean, I'm not going to power swing because I'm looking for a pitch over the middle of the plate, but I have power swung with Bumgarner before. He is very good. He is almost like a power hitter. There, I hit a regular X swing. He hits one dead center. It wasn't even a no-doubter, but 105 off the bat sets up Tony Gwynn, the leadoff hitter, for another no-doubter, back-to-back shots. And it's really big to get those runs with 2 outs. I mean, I arguably could have had a 2-run shot with Bumgarner if I didn't get picked off, or doubled up, I mean, with Ichiro there on that ball to Ricky Henderson. But nonetheless, I was able to score a couple runs, and I manufactured and took advantage with 2 outs of the opportunity, which is big in these types of games. I mean, 6-1 lead is nice, but at the same time, I mean, a 3-run lead is not that great. I mean, you could put up 3 runs in a heartbeat, couple base hits, couple bloops, and a home run. I mean, we're playing at Coors Field, so the ball's going to be flying in this one, I feel like, and I wanted to test out Brian McCann's defense a little bit here. I went with an 0-2 changeup, low in the zone, and I'm really trying to avoid the strike zone at all costs because I know the ball is going to be flying. The ball seemed to be jumping off the bat in this one, and I was getting a lot of high exit velocity. So was the opponent. A lot of line outs in this. I wanted to keep it action-packed with as many base hits as possible. But Brian McCann got another base hit, set up Ichiro later in the inning, and he's going to hit one into the gap. That's going to clear the bases. I mean, the thing about Brian McCann is he only has 36 speed, but for a catcher, that's really not all that terrible. There's a few other catchers right around in that same range, like Yadier Molina. I mean, Jorge Posada has right around there, but I mean, he can get around the bases, especially on balls in the gap like that. But once again, I hit the ball well with Pablo Sanchez. It is going to be a sac fly, but I'm really liking the way that card's playing. I mean, even as a gold shortstop, I don't really know what it is, but it seems like already he's hitting the ball a lot more. He's like making hard contact, making better contact than the power hitting catcher that I have. I don't know if it's his vision and his contact. That could be the case. I am excited to try out the contact version of the shortstop. But anyway, I was able to break the game open sort of in the last inning. I mean, we have an 8-run lead, which is nice, but I do think that this opponent is hitting the ball extremely well. He started to be more patient at the plate later on in this game, and he didn't quit. So he's trying to come back, obviously. And since we are in the 6th inning, he doesn't really have all that much time to put together some hits and chip away at the deficit, especially because I'm going to continue to try and score more runs as well. I know that he can hit. I know that he was getting unlucky a little bit in this game. A few lineouts to my fielders that I thought were pitches that I threw with bad feedback and that could have been sent out at least for home runs. And then he also hit some pitches where I thought that I threw on a good part of the plate, and he did hit it well. So there's one of them. I mean, low in the zone, a low changeup, maybe even below the zone, but he went down and got that one with Nolan Arenado, and he was able to score a run there. So 9-2 ball game, top of the 7th inning, and it doesn't mean that the game is out of reach right now. I'm looking to tack on a few more, maybe even end the game early with the mercy rule if I'm able to put this game up by 10 runs. But against Dellin Betances, he was pitching me pretty well. I was able to line one into center field with Ricky Henderson for a base knock, but he was pitching well with Dellin Betances. It was tough for me to get something going. I had been held off the scoreboard for a couple innings now. At least periodically throughout the game, he was able to pretty much shut my hitting down completely. I mean, he was mixing up balls and strikes in the zone and mixing up where he was throwing pitches. There I was looking for one over the outside part of the plate, looking to do a hit and run, and that's indeed where he threw the pitch, and I was able to get to third base there with 99 speed. Now I have Pablo Sanchez up once again, and at the bottom of my lineup, one reason why I was trying to upgrade the bottom of my lineup is because I wasn't really getting that much production from those guys down there. In this game, I did get a couple RBIs from the bottom of my lineup in Ichiro and Pablo Sanchez, but I also upgraded a couple players on my team, got some more power in there with that Brian McCann. There the opponent hits one out with Salvador Perez. I was really impressed with that swing. I mean, lefty against Salvador Perez doesn't really have that much power against him, and he sent one out right into the gap. I mean, deep part of the ballpark off of Mad Bum. I know that he's getting lower in stamina and lower on energy, but the pitch confidence is there. I mean, he's pitching well in this game. It's 9-3. I'm looking to try and get the complete game. I mean, I had a mission to unlock some program stars to try and get a complete game there. He hit a home run with Matt Kemp. I wasn't able to get Matt Kemp out really in this one. He was hitting the ball extremely well with Matt Kemp. Lower vision on Hall of Fame difficulty. You can get by with using guys in the 50s, especially if they have really high contact versus one side like lefties, and Matt Kemp does. So he also has really high power as well. So that card is definitely tough to pitch to on All-Star and Hall of Fame. He's easier to pitch to on Legend, I would say. But there, I felt like the opponent was struggling a little bit with the up and away fastball in this specific game. So I tried to attack that pitch a little bit more, tried to work all corners of the zone regardless. But I tried to go expand the zone a little bit up and away, sometimes low and away as well. I just felt like that was the best pitch to attack this opponent, but he also hit some of those out. So just my analysis on the game there. I hit another home run with Brian McCann. So what a debut. I mean, he was 4 for 5 in this one with 2 home runs, 4 RBIs, and a couple runs scored. So what a great catcher. I'm actually upset that I haven't picked him up earlier than this. But nonetheless, I am going to move him up into the 3 spot, and I'm looking to close this game out with Mad Bum right now. I had Wade Boggs in the 3 spot, but I'm going to go ahead and swap those guys around after this game. I feel like having more power in the 3 spot, especially if I'm hitting well with that McCann, even though it was only the first game. If I have Frank Thomas behind him as a left-handed as a left-handed protection, or a guy that faces lefties with 125 power. He will be protection against left-handed pitchers, if that makes sense. But there I was able to get the strikeout looking, facing Bill Mazeroski, a card I also haven't really faced all that much. But down to his last strike, Ken Griffey Jr., I got the strikeout there. Complete game, 111 pitches from Mad Bum. He was in the yellow for stamina, but he was pitching extremely well. I didn't want to take him out. I like using him at the plate as well. And that might be the downfall with me and Mad Bum, is the fact that I might leave him in too long, because I do like to hit with him, and if I'm up in the game, I might leave him in. But Brian McCann is the player of the game in that one. I move up to 927 rated, and I also got Dylan Betances for an after-game reward. So not a bad gameplay video at all. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe if you are new. I'm College Lefty, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.